Pretty good. Drumline, go ahead and take us to the closer. Everybody else, find your spots. All right, guys, that was a great run through. What a great week of band camp that was. Tell you what, y'all go home, get some rest. We'll see you back the first day of school. And for the last time, set.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Reed Spring High School Wolf Pride Band. Special thanks go out to Mr. Locke and Mr. Essick and their students for their work in making our sun and moon flags possible. Congratulations and a huge thanks to all band boosters, students, and parents who helped to make last weekend's Ozark Mountain Marching Festival a tremendous success. Tomorrow, the band will travel to Carthage, Missouri to compete in the Maple Leaf Festival, and next weekend they will compete at the Newalla Festival in Independence, Kansas. Please come out and cheer on your Wolf Pride Band.
Welcome back, Wolf fans. Only a few minutes left to start the second half. Hope you guys were able to find the stream. Well, if you were able to and you know of someone who wasn't able to, please help them so they can get back. Wolves led 52-0 after that first half. Actually, two safeties happened that first half. Both safeties were on the Cubs, giving the Wolves 4 points in total from those safeties. Did a good job, as well as the Wolves getting possession of the ball again after those. So that all ended up working well. You are going to see Wolves coming out just to add some more points on the board. Just kind of go through. Turbo clock should be on as this second half should go hopefully a little bit quicker than the first half. Game is essentially, in a way, it's in the bag for the Wolves. It is wrapped up. Monett Cubs are going to have to come out completely lights out, and the Wolves going to have to do the exact opposite. Some stuff's going to have to line up and fall in place if the Wolves want this to happen. And overall, it is going to be a good game for the Wolves. It is going to build them some confidence. They will most likely see Cassville next week at Cassville, as Cassville is beating Hollister this week, actually, or right now. And that should be a win for Cassville. And again, that is why Wolves should be seeing Cassville at Cassville. I looked that up, actually. Hey, Noah, what's a car that you can get? What's your budget? 15. Have a fun time. The gayest Camaro I've ever seen. That is crazy. Hey, if you have 15,000, like car. That would. 1 minute left here. Wolves will be returning. You have Cameron Essick and Devon Irvin set back to return the kickoff.
Cubs. Number 1, Irvin Devon. Number 7, Cameron Essick.
Waiting for the whistles here so that he can kick off. That kick all the way to the end zone will be a touchback. Wolves will take possession on their own 20. Get this game rolling.
That kick goes in the end zone. Out to the 20. First down for the Wolves.
They did like 2 more times.
Ball handed off to Kelly Newton. He's tackled from behind, but good enough for a first.
On the carry for the Wolves. Number 34, William Murphy, makes the stop for the Cubs.
Number 20, Kelly Newton, does break the rushing yards in a season record. As you can hear the parent section give him a standing ovation for breaking that record there on the run. A great job by him. He needed 81 yards to break that and got plenty more. Cole Watson is going to make it upfield. He's going to be tripped up and brought down right around the 38-yard line. Flag on the play about 15 yards behind where he was brought down. Good job by number 5, Cole Watson, to get upfield, hit the hole, and make a play for himself.
There is a flag. Holding penalty against the Wolves.
There's a holding penalty on the Wolves. Will bring him back behind where they started that play. 1st and 16, ball on the 29. Holding penalty again, brings it back. That ball handed off to Cole Watson. He's going to be able to get upfield. Gets the first down, tripped up right around the 48. Excuse me, JT Bailiff on the handoff, or on the carry, not Cole Watson. JT gets up past the first down marker and moves the chains.
Pick up the first down. They'll operate.
Just remember he's got long sleeves.
Cubs.
White sleeves.
Pass play there. That pass completed. He's going to get a few yards. That pass intended and completed to number 6, JT Bailiff.
Davis makes the stop. 2nd down and 2.
It's 2nd and 2 there on the play. Ball on Monett's 41. 9 minutes left here in the 3rd. Ball hand off to number 5, Cole Watson. He is going to get a first down there.
Number 5, Cole Watson on the carry. Number 21, Patrick Valentine on the stop for the Cubs. Watson picks up the first down. The ball spotted.
Ball on Cubs 30. Wolves marching down nearly in the red zone here. Brought down for a medium gain. Looks like a gain of 6 yards. Cody Hughes there on the handoff. 8 minutes left in the 3rd.
2nd and 5.
Tackled for a loss of quite a few yards. That ball hit off to number 6, JT Bailiff.
Bailiff for the Wolves. Number 32, Tyler Alcock, and number 34, William Murphy make the stop. 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7 here. Ball faked, hand off to number 28, Cody Hughes, who will get it up there for a small gain of right about 2 yards. Going to push 4th down for the Wolves.
Number 21, Patrick Valentine in on the tackle. Cubs. 4th down and 3.
Wolves will be going for it here as 4th and 3. is going to be a handoff to number 5, Cole Watson. He's going to spin around and buy a defender and gain another 2 yards off that spin. Good enough for the first down. Actually going to put him at 1st and goal. Ball located on the 9-yard line.
Jed Anderson. Watson picks up the first down for the Wolves. The ball is spotted on the 9-yard line.
Good decision there to go for it on 4th down. Ended up working well for the Wolves. Timeout was taken. 6 minutes left here in the 3rd, leaving them with 2 timeouts left for this last half of Wolves football in the 1st District game of the 2017 season. Cameron Essick here in that tight end spot with Sean Gross at the QB spot. Ball handed off to number 5, Cole Watson, who's going to gain a few yards there on the play, but not enough.
Number 5, Cole Watson on the carry. Number 32, Tyler Alcock makes the stop for the Cubs.
See, I was talking.
2nd down and 6.
Will be a handoff to number 28, Cody Hughes. He inches his way right into the end zone as he gets hit. Gains a few extra yards. That puts your score 58-0. 5.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Special teams go out. Colton Cramblett set to kick the point after attempt. Will hit the upright, but will fall through. That point after attempt is good, setting a score 59-0.
The extra point attempt by number 39, Colton Cramblett, is good.
Five and a half minutes left. Wolves will be kicking this ball off to the Cubs. Cubs seeing if they can put their first points on the board somehow, some way.
Number 7, Cameron Essick to kick off for the Wolves. Number 83, Cody Thompson, deep for the Cubs.
Cameron Essick with the kick. That ball into the end zone for a touchback.
The kick goes into the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. First down for the Cubs.
will be a pretty good gain. First down and some more. Looking around 16-yard carry there on the play. We'll move the chains as 5 minutes are left here in the third.
Number 83, Cody Thompson on the carry for the Cubs. Number 25, Preston LaHue on the tackle for the Wolves.
He's going to roll out. He'll be brought down by Devon Irvin, mixed with number 34, Steven Youngblood. Looks like it'll be for a loss of yards, actually.
Number 33, Jamie Gwynn on the carry for the Cubs. Number 34, Steven Youngblood. Number 58, Grant Clark on the tackle. Second and 10.
Gonna look to get up the field. Gonna gain a few yards on the play, but brought down by a pack of Wolves. Will force third down.
Number 19, Junior Cavazos on the carry. Number 65, Joey Hembry, and number 6, JT Bailiff. Make the stop for the Wolves. Third down and 5.
He'll be brought down in the backfield by number 73 as well as number 7, Cameron Essick.
Number 19, Junior Cavazos, brought down by number 73.
Forces the
Tony
fourth
Leal.
down. Will be a point after, or excuse me, a punt here. Definitely not a point after attempt, but a punt here. Lining up 5 wide, obviously opting not to punt here. Going for a pass. He'll be sacked and forced fumble. All that on Cameron Essick. Wolves recover the fumble. A good job by Cameron to not only sack the quarterback, but also to throw that hand in down at the ball and force it. Offense will roll out. Gonna see if they can score once again here in the third quarter. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Ball hand off to number 5, Cole Watson. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards as the linebackers and D-back picked him up and tackled him pretty much instantaneously.
Watson on the carry. Number 21, Patrick Valentine. Number 34, William Murphy combined for the stop. Timeout for the Wolves. We do have the 50-50 winning.
Timeout taken by the Wolves. That leaves them with 1 for the rest of the half. Monett Cubs still with 3. 59-0, your Wolves lead. Again, Kelly Newton broke the record tonight, made some history for himself, and now will hold that record and can leave kind of a legacy here at Reed Spring High School.
7-8-0-0. That's the winning ticket to tonight's 50-50 raffle, and you can claim that by going to the McAllister's Tea area. A little bit richer on the way home.
That ball handed off to number 6, JT Bailiff, who will fight through some defenders. He'll actually won't fall down after being hit. He's going to get up to the first down, actually. Hit about 4 yards shallower of where he got. Nearly fell down, but was able to keep up and keep running. JT Bailiff, a great halfback in the making, and definitely going to see some of him next year as he will be replacing some roles of other halfbacks with Kelly Newton leaving. You see a lot of similarities with JT Bailiff and Kelly when it comes to the toughness of the players and the way that they can fight through and break tackles.
Ball spotted on the 18-yard line. Number 5, Cole Watson on the carry.
Cole Watson on the carry for a few. Looks like about 3 yards there. Will force the second down, second and medium. 1 minute and 20 seconds left here in the third. Fumble there on the handoff, but is recovered by the Wolves. Little slip up there with Sean Gross as well as number 5, Cole Watson on the handoff. Just isn't able to secure it and isn't able to hand it off in a secure fashion. Looks like he might have let go a little early as Cole was coming through and just kind of bounced off Cole. 40 seconds left in the third.
3rd down and 6.
That ball handed off to Cole Watson again. He's tackled nearly immediately. Defense is reading all of the plays really well and able to stop them all really well. Looks like 15 seconds as special teams comes out to kick a
4th down and 6.
Not going to get the playoff before the end of the third quarter. We'll move into here to the fourth quarter. With your final score at the end of the third, 59-0.
Third quarter of play. In the fourth quarter of the game at Cassville leads Hollister 47-0.
Cassville is beating Hollister 47-0. Cassville will be playing Reed Spring Wolves next week. Assuming that the Wolves do not give up a 59-0 lead in 12 minutes, and assuming Cassville doesn't give up their 47-0 lead in the rest of their game, will be the contest for next week, and we hope all of you can join us. Next week at Cassville. That game actually will not be able to be streamed due to some MISHA rules when the AD and Coach Lance Gosh discussed these plays and discussed district playing away and home, and when the Reed Spring Wolves media team could film and record those games. They agreed that unless they wanted to pay money, unless we wanted to pay money, we would only be able to stream home games. Colton Cramblett with the field goal. That field goal is no good. It did look to be a little short. That kicked from the 14-yard line, looking to be right around a 30-yard field goal. That does mean that it will be a turnover on downs there, and the Cubs will be getting the ball on, looks like the 20-yard line. Again, we meet our final quarter of play. This game is essentially in the bag here, 59-0 Wolves. Cubs are going to break out into the open a little bit and get the first down, move the chains, did a good job of getting yards and fighting through the defense.
Number 28, Cody Hughes, makes the stop for the Wolves. The Cubs have the first down. The ball spotted on the 32-yard line.
Cubs are going to roll out to the side. He is going to get quite a few yards, but it looks like only 9 or so, as I believe he is pushed out of bounds before the first down marker.
For the Cubs. He's pursued out of bounds by number 65, Joey Hembry of the Wolves. 2nd and 1.
Second and 1, ball on the Cubs' own 41.
Number 34, William Murphy, on the carry for the Cubs. He's brought down by the Wolf Pack. The Cubs have the first down. The ball spotted on the 46-yard line.
Ten minutes left here in the fourth. 1st and 10, Cubs were able to convert there. He is going to be brought down for a loss. Tackled there by number 28. Great play there and way to get back and push and force the loss of yards.
Number 28, Cody Hughes of the Wolves.
Cody Hughes there on the tackle again.
Second down and about 16.
Tackled for a small gain. Looks like it still will be a 3rd and long. Longer than 10 is what it's looking like from here.
Number 19, Junior Cavazos on the carry. Third down for the Cubs.
Breaking through some tackles, Cubs player gets up, but maybe no gain at all, as the Wolves did a great job of putting a lot of pressure on him and pushing him back.
Cavazos for the Cubs. Number 25, Preston LaHue on the tackle for the Wolves. 4th down for Monett.
Pass right here to 86 is going to be initial contact by Devon, and then we're going to see Nate Cerny hit him down.
Pass complete to number 86, Zach Blevins for the Cubs. He's stopped by number 1, Devon Irvin. First down for the Cubs on the 27-yard line.
Monett making a strong drive so far. Handoff to number 33. It's going to be the outside.
Number 33, Jamie Gwynn, the ball carrier. Number 8, Nate Cerny makes the tackle for the Wolves. 2nd and 5.
Monett's going to pass it out here to the outside of number 32. Initially hit by number 33's John Zachary, and then later tackled by a pack of Wolves.
To number 32, Tyler Alcock. Number 25, Preston LaHue. And number 34, Stephen Youngblood make the stop for the Wolves. The Cubs have the first down on the 10-yard line.
I want that kid to turn around and look at me. He always looks at me.
Another pass from Monett. He's going past the number 83. He's going to be able to score. Colton Youngblood a little bit too late on his hit. That will make the score 59-6. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Touchdown for the Cubs.
Oh, shit, they're like right up against us. Devon did a great job of getting in there past, forcing pressure on the holder. Holder has to run. He ends up tackling him. Ball comes loose as he tries to throw it to, I'm not really sure. Put your score 59-6 with 5 minutes left here in the fourth. Set back to return the kickoff. We have number 7, Cameron Essick, and number 1, Devon Irvin. That ball kicked at Cameron Essick will go past, be a touchback there.
The kick goes into the end zone. It will be brought out to the 20. First down for the Wolves.
3.5 minutes left here in tonight's matchup. Number 34, Stephen Youngblood, did a good job of holding on to that ball as he was pushed back, had hands on him for a while. It was good that he kept possession of that ball, did not let it slip out.
Corey Butterworth on the stop. Second and 8.
Brought down there for a loss of yards.
Number 8, Nate Cerny, ball carrier. 32, Tyler Alcott on a tackle.
Will be 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 to be exact. Ball is located on the 19-yard line. 2 minutes left in this matchup. Sean Gross going to roll out. He'll be sacked. A misplay there by the Wolves will force a punt. Kyle Maudlin set to punt the ball. 4th and long. looking like 4th and 18, 4th and 20 almost. A minute and a half left. Do you see as the night goes on, gets a little colder and colder. Student section starts to dwindle. Parent section starts to dwindle for Wolf fans. Wolves making sure to run down the clock as much as they can, leaving the Cubs with a minute to get some more points on the board. Punt will go out to about the 47 to 50 yard line. Clock keeps ticking as turbo clock is on. And this essentially does wrap up tonight's game. A few plays might be played within this last 45 seconds. But for the most part, your Wolves will be winning this game 59-6 unless the Cubs are able to score within this short amount of time. Wolves will be taking on Cassville next week at Cassville. That is confirmed, actually. That will be a pretty good game, and it will be a good matchup. In week 2, the Reed Spring Wolves lost to Cassville. Did not play their best brand of of football. Don't even know where that came from, and are going to need to play better if they want to beat Cassville. They have become a lot better of a team as they're now in the second round of districts, and the Wolves have become much better of a team as they're now in the second round of districts. Your final score is 59-6, Monett Cubs. As the Cubs season comes to an end, the Wolves keeps going. Wolves looking to win state again. We bring it back to week 1 at Mount Vernon when me and Colin announced that Ozark Sports Zone had picked the team for our class to win. To win state from Southwest Missouri would be Reed Spring. That is a big deal, and it is something that obviously has potential. Wolves will need to beat Cassville. If they do beat Cassville the next week, they're likely to play actually Seneca, which is a very, very good team. They're a team it's going to be a grind if they get there, and they're going to try to win. That will be an important game. Like to mention that all these players have played good. Player did set history tonight. Kelly Newton broke a record for what I believe is most rushing yards in a season, but it could be all yards combined, which would include some of his punt returns, kick returns. That would also include some passes. But either way, he did a great job, and he had, several amount of yards. He actually had over 1,500 yards, and he broke that record. Do you have any last things to say as the final wrap up of this game?
I think it was definitely a blowout right there, but I think, on Reed Spring's part, they can't, get arrogant going into the next game. They kind of, got to be focused going into this next game. They really have to, get focused, and, they can't expect to go in and easily win against Cassville. And I think, honestly, next week is going to be a great game because kind of like the Springfield Catholic, we have bad blood against Cassville because Cassville has beat us. They beat us this year. Then they beat us last year in the regular season. And we need to go out and show who's, the real team. And so we're definitely going to be seeing Reed Spring coming out next week, in my opinion, and they're going to come out and try to dominate.
Completely agree. It is good the Wolves have some momentum built up coming into this next game, but at the same time, they don't want to have too much. They don't want to be too confident, and they need to come out like they did against Catholic. The hardest game they've played with intensity-wise was against Catholic, and they're going to need to show that against Cassville. Again, your final score 59-6 as the Reed Spring Wolves defeat the Monett Cubs in the first round of districts.